Welcome back to Let's Play 20-something Years of Doom, Temin _ dump. That's me.
Yeah, and I'm Red.
Yes. Now, last time, if you remember, BJ Blazkowicz had just escaped from Castle Wolfenstein, and now he's gotten intelligence reports about awful human experiments going on in Castle Hallenhammer, which is this place here. It's got yellow. It's got moss stones.
Oh, wow.
But first,
what?
we got a new enemy.
That was fast. Oh, what? Why is he gray?
All right, this is
what? Wait, the gun's in his chest.
Yeah.
What?
This is the human experiment we're all talking about. He's Lil Franck. He's a mutant created here at Castle Hallenhammer. He's not one to mince words. He's a silent but deadly killer.
I wasn't. What? I don't remember this.
See,
at all.
Old games have a tendency to they get infinity because they're the worst thing in the entire world.
Oh God, are they?
Yeah, they don't make a sound and they have like inhuman reaction time. So like if you encounter one like immediately behind a door, like they're gonna shoot you before you even know they're there. That they're there.
Yeah. Well, I mean they are inhuman. It's only fair.
I guess so. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be undead, but it's unclear.
Yeah. I mean the gray skin could either be gray skin or they could be like weird cyborg animatronic things. I mean, they do have a gun in their chest.
Yeah.
But they also have purple mutant blood. Because as we all know, that's the color of mutant blood, universally.
Of course. So, the answer to their origins is inconclusive.
Yeah, this was before Nazis started to do anything like really weird and unusual. I think. I can't say that I actually know much about Wolf 3D. It is the only one in the series I have not played thus far.
You're not a monster. It's not that great. It's all right. I have a love-hate relationship with this game.
Yeah, it's one of those games.
Like, on one hand, it's full of just boring, kind of generic mazes, but on the other hand, it's the simplest first-person shooter there is. It's just the purest thing to sound as pretentious as possible.
Well, I mean, there's a truth to that. It really is just... This is the most basic. You even got lives.
Yep.
And score. I mean, that's not a thing anymore unless you count multiplayer, and I don't talk about those games.
Also, last time I was talking about the original Wolfenstein, that game was not ASCII at all. It was just really low-res DOS graphics. I was wrong, and I am ashamed.
Well, I mean... It's like discovering long-forgotten dark age technology. You know, you don't really know how it works, and even if you've seen it before, you never really remember it quite right.
Yeah. But
I see that we've reached the fast-forward phase.
Yeah, there's a secret exit in this map, and I was unable to remember where it was, so I did find this cool secret, though.
Oh... Yes.
Yeah.
I should make that sound my, like, text message sound or something.
Oh man, that would be sick.
Yeah, and then I would get really nervous every time I got a text message.
Oh god, somebody's gonna come at me with a chain gun. Also, remember how I said the push walls are kind of last minute hacks? Look at that.
Oh.
If you look at it at any other angle other than directly from the direction you pushed it at, it looks wrong. And...
yeah, that looked a little strange.
Yeah, it's just... I guess it's the nature of the engine. As far as I understand it, the way this game renders things is... basically, you have a viewpoint you and like a 45-ish degree field of view, and from your position the game shoots, it casts rays toward the world geometry, and if it comes into collision with it, that's how it knows how to draw a wall or not. And it's based off an older thing that didn't have texture mapping, so it was just solid color. But in this one, they got textures to work. That's my very sub-rudimentary understanding of how this game works.
That sounds incredibly complicated and convoluted. Goodness. I mean,
Look,
I don't really even know what to say about that.
They got this thing to run at 60 FPS. That was more important than anything, really.
Oh, yeah. You say that. You don't even know. I've got something planned related to that, and it's really the only reason I plan to play it. It's got that nice 60 FPS brag on it.
Oh, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It is from the console era, the early console era, so that's what makes it impressive. Rather, the console CD era.
Oh, so you're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog compact disc. Yeah, look at it.
No.
It's all messed up.
God.
It was supposed to go to the left, but maybe I should put a diagram in post on how I think it works, because basically any angle you view it at, it's pushing away from you, so even if you're looking at it from the wrong angle, it still looks like it's just going directly away from you. It's weird.
Yeah, I guess this is what H.P. Lovecraft meant when he said impossible geometry in his books.
Basically.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see weird stuff with like the Oculus. Just
Oh.
I wonder if there is an Oculus port of this game.
I'm incredibly curious now. I hadn't considered older games on the Oculus.
So, somebody actually did an Oculus Rift version of GZ Doom that I tried out. That was interesting.
Yeah, I gotta see that. I still have to see what Half-Life 2 while paused and loading looks like, because
God.
It sounds very uncomfortable.
It's the worst thing in the world besides the mutants in this game.
Yeah. I had a nightmare about that once, but that's for another time.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh. Speaking of nightmares, I was able to find that stuff I was talking about last time.
Oh, the things with the dudes, the vets.
Yeah,
yes.
He was a POW.
Oh.
Pardon the typing.
Yes. No problem.
Alright, so on id Software's GitHub, in their Wolf 3D source code, they have a little document called goodstuff.txt. If I can find it, let's see. Good stuff. And it's basically id Software's manager, Jay Wilbur, forwarding the guys at id these emails he's been reading. And the first one reads, subject dreams flashbacks from August 1992. It says, on a serious note, as a former POW Vietnam, I hesitated to play Wolf for over a month after downloading it, as I feared flashbacks. I didn't want to remember all that I had been through all those years ago when, as POWs, my friend and I decided an escape attempt would be better than a slow death by torture and starvation. My friend and I made crude maps and hoarded food. The day of the escape, we clubbed the guards with stones, took his gun, and fought our way through the levels of underground tunnels. Only a few guards and had to crawl. I made it, my friend didn't. Dreams, no. Nightmares, yes. However, the more I play Wolf, the less frequently I have nightmares. The chilling part is turning a corner and seeing a guard with his gun drawn. Wolf is a powerful game, fearful as well. I believe that a person should face the past, so when I play episode 1 comfortably, no nightmares, I plan on ordering the full series. Don't let a few bad dreams make you discard this game.
Wow. That's, Wow.
And then the rest of goodstuff.txt, subject Wolf3D from Ty Graham at Microsoft. Jay, just thought I'd drop a note to let you know how popular Wolf3D is here at Microsoft. Seems like can't walk down a hall without hearing mein Leben from someone's office. I hope you guys are getting revenue from all this. Anyway, we were sitting around talking the other day, discussing games for Windows, and someone said, "What are those cool guys at id doing?" So how about it? Are you guys looking at Win games at all? Win32? In a perfect world, I'd have you guys port the Wolf engine to a multi-user maze game for Windows for workgroups. We need a good M-user Win game. Anyways, some thoughts. Ty Graham, Microsoft.
Looking at the past is a little weird sometimes. Just, man, Win32, that was new once upon a time.
Yeah, remember when old stuff was new?
Yeah, exactly. That's,
Oh yeah. This level, I wasn't paying attention because I was reading that thing, but this is my favorite secret in the game because it just kind of stands out for me. It's just at the beginning of the level, you get this long extra corridor area, and you get 2 1-ups at the end of it, which I think is pretty neat. It's one of the more memorable secrets to me, for some reason.
Oh, I mean, how often do you actually see 1-ups in this game?
Plenty. Well, you get 1-ups plenty, but the actual item is kind of rare when I think about it.
So perhaps that's why.
I guess so. But yeah,
God,
the rest of
this is a really droll, melancholy tune going on here.
Yeah, Pounding Headache by Sir Bobby Prince.
He's a fantastic music maker.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I was actually wrong about ad-lib music. Not all of it's garbage, as I had previously thought. It seems kind of like with the Genesis, you just have to be really good at using the sounds in order to make it sound good.
Yeah, I'd say that's true for almost any form of music, but almost is the key word there.
Yeah, but Bobby Prince was a master of his craft, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he's working on these days. I think the creator of Skull Tag is making his own game now, called Rack or something, and he's hired Bobby Prince to do music for that.
Huh, I'll have to look into that after this.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that guy's not the nicest guy, but I don't really know. Whatever.
Prince or Skull Tag?
Skull Tag guy.
I've heard the same, unfortunately.
Carnival, I think his name, his online pseudonym is.
Oh man, Carnival was a pretty great arcade game.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Maybe we'll look into it sometime. It sure is a wild ride.
Oh.
For those who know what Carnival is, that's all too true.
So let's see if you can notice something about this particular level design.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of really long hallways, and the walls are different colors in different areas.
Okay, well, what do you notice about the way the long hallways are going?
Oh, is this level shaped like a swastika, isn't it?
Yeah.
Damn it, I was talking to a work friend of ours today about swastikas.
Oh.
I didn't expect to come home and... Well, I kind of did expect to come home and see more, but, we had somebody who used to work in the same company as us, and apparently he did some electrical work, some piping, and made it into a swastika.
Wow.
For whatever reason. Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah.
Oh, so a lot of real cards at that company, I tell you.
That's a good way of putting it.
Well, we're halfway through the episode.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, we've been fast forwarding a lot, but even then, games used to be both a lot longer and a lot shorter than they are now. And the reason I say longer is because lots of trial and error repetition. This is the only game you play, and you've never played one before, so it's really hard. You die a lot.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if people are going to be mad about the fast forwarding. I just don't think there's anything too memorable in any of the levels.
And at the same time, I mean, the alternative would be a massive jump cut and then you're at the exit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of shitty. I mean, alternatively, we could sit here and try and come up with some sort of gimmick to talk about for hours on end for Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah, I have like 7 hours of this game recorded.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would want to sit through that.
No, I mean, Doom is one thing, but Wolfenstein isn't much of anything, unfortunately.
It's the most mindless shooter, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not...
Yeah.
I don't think it's that fun to watch.
Yeah, there's a real tactile difference between watching something like this and playing something like this. It's fun.
Also, this was supposed to be a really cool encounter, but I blew it because one of the guards saw me early. It was a pretty sick trap where there was a single brown guard guarding a key, and when you kill him, a bunch of blue guys rush out of these rooms on the side.
Oh man, nice.
But that kind of
made them all look like chumps.
Yeah, it kind of only happened a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, more corridors.
Yeah. All right, well, this one's it's that one guy's worst nightmare.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. This one has 2 elevators. I didn't even want to check the other one because it probably was a decoy.
Yeah.
It's pretty satisfying to get to the end of the level, though.
Yeah, that elevator has a lot of things in it for just being an elevator, though.
Yeah.
And despite that, it lacks one of the most distinctive things an elevator have.
Check it out. It's the end of the level.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, there's more level behind this push wall. If you want to... I mean, if you're feeling intrepid, but...
Oh, were you feeling intrepid this day?
No. Had enough of floor 7. I'm out of here.
Alright. Oh, I forgot what I was saying now.
Something about the elevators?
Oh, yeah. So, for being elevators, they have a lot of things in them, but they seem to distinctly lack the one thing most elevators have, and that's... You know, like floor controls. There's just a power switch.
Nah, man, because you can only go up one floor with these things.
Yeah,
you don't want to get to the end in one level. Come on. Actually, I think another game on this engine, Blake Stone, lets you actually pick what floor you go to when you get to the elevator.
Oh,
but
that's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, there are key cards on other floors that you have to get. It's an interesting take on the Wolf 3D thing.
I see. So you're kind of going on a big old keycard hunt so you can get to different floors. That's, I mean, on the one hand, since you can go back to previous floors, I'd assume, you could go back for ammo and medkits you left behind. Or
yeah, you sure can.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Yep.
That's actually, like, way before its time. And still before its time, because even today there aren't really... Outside of open-world exploration games, there aren't really... many chances to go back to a certain area and get things.
And even then, they kind of respawn anyway.
Yeah.
So, there are some really abstract kind of, like, infirmaries and bathrooms in that area, but, I don't know. There's the sprites.
Yeah. Not much to really say on this one, though.
Nah. I'm just desperately looking for the exit.
I mean, I like the color scheme on this one. It's, I don't know, it's very high command. Nice red ceiling and then, you know, brick and wood walls.
Yeah, some of the later levels have weird colors. Like, I think the secret level just had a sky blue ceiling, but it wasn't outside because there were still lamps hanging from it.
Huh, interesting. Oh yeah, I guess it does only go up or down.
Yeah. Can't make this too easy.
Yeah.
Alright, final level, episode 1.
Although, now that I think about it, I'm just trying to imagine what this building actually looks like from the outside. Or rather, this castle.
Interesting. I hadn't considered that.
Like, I want to make a diagram now and just put together all of the castles in Castle Wolfenstein and see how horrible their outer geometry would look,
Yeah,
or how big they would
just
have to
stack the square tiles on top of each other.
be. Pretty much.
Also,
it's
this
a
level...
lot of...
Yeah, exactly.
I like to imagine that BJ just has to shove all of these single, like, 6-shot magazines into his chain gun.
Also, here's the boss.
Oh god. Hitler waltz again. Here we go. What, is he throwing pills?
He's throwing
Is he
syringes.
Oh god, that was gonna be my second guess.
Dr. Shabs.
Shops. It's a questionable catchphrase.
You know.
Well, like, I'm guessing this is where the mutants came from.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Only a 2?
Yeah. He throws projectiles that are really easy to dodge, but he has a lot of health.
Oh, I see that. Huh.
But yeah, there's an interesting non-standard game over here. If you get killed by this guy, you actually turn into a mutant yourself. And your face in the HUD turns all gray like the guys we've been killing in this episode.
Oh, nice. Well, time to go, like, empty out 30 magazines and then string them all together and run them through a chain gun.
Well, we're pretty good at that, so it happens really quickly.
Yeah. BJ, special ninja training before he came here. That's how he was able to get out in the first place.
Got him. Got it. Nailed it.
Wow. What did he say there?
Something in German.
I'm sure. Wait, let's see. What?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here?
Here's Death Cam.
Oh, my god, and something.
What I want to know is if they actually did trademark Death Cam like that graphic implies.
I don't know.
I mean...
Also, I didn't realize there was actually a death cam. That's... Wow.
Yeah, it's only for certain bosses, though.
Even so, it all started with Wolf 3D.
Yep.
I thought...
Thanks.
But
Thanks, John.
my whole reality has just been shattered. Everything I know about first-person shooters is a lie.
Good.
Oh my god.
Alright, next time we get to kill Hitler. How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel good.
Alright. Well... Okay, so this is a pretty big thing. On floor 8 of this episode, there's this maze of push walls that leads to a interesting Easter egg.
Oh my.
And it's a very long maze. From here, you have to take a specific route, which I'll probably put on screen and post. Poof, there it is. But yeah, I'm not going to show you all that, so I'm just going to kind of cut through it a little bit, because it takes a long time to get there.
Oh my. That long, huh?
Yeah, even longer.
Oh god.
It wasn't fun to find.
I can really only imagine. Oh, the sideways wall.
Yep. What fun.
Oh my god. How long did it take you to get through this?
I don't, like, an hour. And that's like with a map, but even then I had to plot a course through it properly.
Oh, Jesus.
And also, things go bad if you take a wrong turn. There's Hans Gross.
Oh god. What? We killed him!
Well, he's just back from the dead because this game hates you.
Oh. Not because there's mutants or anything, but specifically just because the game hates us.
Yeah. So you can kill him and get a gold key, but you can't get to the Easter egg.
What? Oh no, that's... Wow. Oh.
Yeah. So...
Dick move.
Gotta find the right way through the maze. Don't get killed by Hans.
Yeah, it's or kill him. Just don't find him. Leave him Leave him in his zombie closet.
Yeah, just leave him to rot in this maze forever.
Yep. Live and let die.
That's what the afterlife is. When you die, you just... Oh, here it is. Wait, where is it? It's not there.
What?
It's not there. I don't understand.
What? There was a 1-up.
Oh, God. So the Steam release doesn't have the Easter egg.
Oh, no. What? It just has a what? Oh.
Yep.
Oh, man. That's... Why? But... God, that's almost as bad as when they friggin' changed the medpack sign in Doom in Doom 3 BFG, or was it the Steam version?
It was the Xbox version.
Oh, I don't know. I could have swore they did it in the added stuff in Doom 3 BFG as well.
That's a port of the Xbox version.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, here's the death reel. I have been using saves, but only at the beginning of levels and editing them out. But I still do die, and here it is.
Yeah, I was going to ask earlier if you'd been dying at all.
Yeah, not in episode 1, but it begins here. Hey, Hans. Those guys suck.
Terminated.
Thankfully, they're only in episode 2 in this game. But yeah, so far...
So you didn't even die in episode 1?
Nope. That's it. 8 deaths so far.
Oh, very nice.
The end.